class as well. Every single lane dominating their counterparts. Tendonize on TB, 9 on the Viper. They're starting to shut down Beast Coast even from this very early portion. And you're right, that large camp needs to be taken by the TA. She has ditched the mid lane, can no longer stand up against that Viper's onslaught.
We've seen yesterday, it was Sumail who played against Chris Luck Venomancer.
Yeah.
He did really well
He did.
on Templar Assassin, but the small camp was not
Oh, the
blocked.
stomp. They've got TB moving forward. Oh, he can't pass through the brambles and the boars. Opts to instead kill off the boar as Fly. Oh, we'll need one more hit here. The Fairy Fire toying with Fly, try and juke into the trees. Whispers baited the ET in. First blood comes for Beast Coast. Fly gets outplayed, but Schofield, he'll be the trade. Arteezy does get himself up on the board.
It's still a very good trade for EG. Arteezy getting solo XP. It was very close. Fairy Fire actually saved him there. Once again, Arteezy getting all the solo XP on the bottom lane. Fly will TP, heal him up. That's what you need to do as position 5. Pretty much give tangos, give healing salves. You're very good at it, Gary. I remember one game when you had like 5 healing salves plus mangoes and clarities running around.
Yeah, I was a little bit annoyed with my trust.
Is jungling.
Yeah, because you've got to do something about this, right? 5
It's a
minutes
catapult
in,
wave.
catapult waves there, and Crit's even maneuvered himself to try and get a bit more damage onto that tier 1 tower. Willow will come in from behind, chuck a bramble maze towards them, drag the creep wave around, but now surrounded. 3 heroes there, the TP cancelled by the stomp, and Abed picks up a nice kill for himself as well as an illusion root. Well, this push isn't going to stop now. He'll cut the wave and keep it going. 3 heroes from EG into mid.
They didn't manage to keep the catapult alive, so that's kind of a bummer. Maybe Crit could have been the one tanking the tower, but they had no healing salves. So ET had one. Maybe that was the play, just keep it alive instead of trying to go for a kill. Because Fly was already there, ready with a stomp. Another LSA.
Onto the Treant.
Treant very dead.
Yeah, absolutely is. And one by one, Beast Coast filter in to try and defend this objective. And he's gone for that 1-2-0 build. More in the Leech Seed, none in the Living Armor. So this tower, absolutely gone. The deny attempt, not quite on time from Schofield. And Abed now opens up the map for EG. So it's going to be a real smooth breakdown of the lane stage here, where Terrorblade can start to think about swinging up the top, get another tier 1 going for themselves. It's a very steady and calm game for EG, while it feels like Beast Coast the ones that need to hit their item timings.
This is pretty much the perfect scenario for EG. The panel talked about how EG is very strong in the laning stage, one of the scariest teams, and this shows why. Viper, after taking the tier 1 tower on the mid, has boots of travel ready so he can farm the jungle and join anywhere on the map with it. Also finds a fairy trinket, very nice indeed.
And Crit coming in behind K1. Does he have another stun? 2 seconds for the Light Strike array, and he is under vision. But K1 apparently speedy enough to get away from the Lina, so she turns on to Stinger instead. That's an absolute beatdown coming from OG. No one here from Beast Coast can show in the lanes or even show in their jungle. They're getting chased around non-stop. Viper now arriving means Stinger's done for, and a killing spree for Abed, and this is that transition into the top tier 1 we were talking about.
Meanwhile, on the bottom, Arteezy understands there might be some pressure, just sitting in jungle for now. EG playing very crisp.
That's about 300 gold away for Chris Luck, so that's a nice bit of stats. Extra range, of course, but getting stomped up in the mid lane. Abed,
they have
back
a
on top
sentry.
of TA, and you're right, they've got all this reveal. They'll see the TA trying to TP home. That's optimistic from Chris Luck, and definitely not successful. While in the jungle, Crit, he's been ruptured up. K1 and Schofield going to work on the Lina. The backup from Ice. It is here with an arena, though. Straight towards the Bloodseeker with a spear, but he's held in place by the brambles and that Nature's Grasp.
Here comes
get
Viper.
The kill. And you're right, Abed. He's managed to TP top lane and look for some bonus kills. Stinger slowed down into the Nether Toxin, and Abed, with that damage over time, will try and open it up for Ice to get a finishing blow.
Man, EG is playing so aggressively. They get a good trade. Once again, first they get the Templar Assassin on the mid lane, just slowing her down. Templar Assassin doesn't have that much farm. She has 68 CS sitting at the middle of the pack. Viper taking pretty much
almost Dota by colors here by EG. Everything has been very simple, systematic. Fly with that D-ward. Looks like he will get surrounded by Beast Coast. 1 kill going their way.
Yeah. Both supports on Beast Coast very underleveled. Level 4, 10 minutes in.
Go and smoke gank or fight, do they?
No, they definitely need items. Like Templar Assassin now finished off the Dragonlance. Once she gets that level 10 talent, extra 100 side blades range, it's going to be much easier. Abed.
Oh, he's trying to bait. Illusion Rune dropped across. They don't know which one's real, and Whisper picked off by the Viper. Good little move from Abed there. And Crit, of course, helping out to cancel the TP, something that Viper can't do on his own. While top jungle again, EG with the invade. Missing out on K1, terrorized towards the ET. He's ruptured up as well, but Schofield's being soloed by a TB illusion. Arteezy just sends one Illu towards the Dark Willow, shoves her away, and in comes the spear. Arena, ice, back onto Willow, pummels her into the ground. Chris Luck can't save his teammate. And EG on a real roll now. Beast Coast will secure this large camp, stack for themselves, scrambling to pick up any gold they can.
TB illusion, scouting things out as a support, it's one of the most annoying things to deal with, because your right clicks don't actually deal damage. You also don't want to spend like Bedlam to kill it, and then you can't make any aggressive moves. Good thing going for Beast Coast is having this Treant Protector who can stall out the game. Unfortunately, Living Armor only level 1 at this point. He definitely needs some levels, get that over at the bottom of net worth. Not really contributing too much.
Yeah, 5-0 on the Viper there as well. Having a cracking time on Abed. Now, the point you brought up about the Beastmaster, though, needing to play around him and the Roar, they're doing that now with Stinger. Not the best combo to go in with them, and Ice, he's going to move back towards the Beastmaster, getting out the Earth Splitter there. Beast Coast looking to force a fight around Roshan, but they lose their Treant. A 1-for-1 trade, I guess that's decent when you're this far behind already, but you're not able to take any semblance of map control, metamorph.
They took a tier 1 tower on the top, they took the mid, like they still can't kill the Roche, but you can see them like trying to go for something. Good kill.
He's made the jump on the Beastmaster. In comes the TB, this is a great usage of the meta if they can get the kill, but the body block's not enough. Whisper too tanky with that, like you said, Solar Crest, Phase Boots, plus Living Armor makes him incredibly difficult to bring down in a short duration. And that's moves themselves. Crit smoke pops. Ice jumps. That Arena back onto the Beastmaster. Fear comes, but Crit already launched out his Light Strike Array while Abed with a DD rune onto Chris Luck. Any stuns to stop the TP. The stop a second late.
And Viper, he also want to be able to scale, going into more damage-oriented items. Dragonlance, he is a dragon after all, like dragon/Viper, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And now going into Manta style to be able to get rid of those annoying silences, can dispel a Solar Crest, Overgrowth mostly. Like carry and mid players, whenever they see Treant, they're like, Manta style is the item that I want to buy. Like screw everything else, Manta style is the thing to go.
I don't want to press my BKB for some foliage that's holding me into the place. I don't want that. Oh, Ice sees K1. Bloodseeker trying to farm that camp on the low ground. Dangerous spot, but the Roar in the back. Whisper finds the Lina. Stomp from Fly towards K1, and that Laguna Blade will take him down. Bloodseeker out, and Beast Coast still trying to respond to this, but Ice there with a body block. Cancelled out by the Overgrowth. Still have the Spear and Splitter, though, landing in towards Whisper, and that'll take him out of the game.
Nicely done. EG taking most of the farm on
scenarios, though, right? Like you said, they are quite far ahead at quite an early point, as Whisper getting caught in the mid lane. Ice just seems to be on his tail every step of the way, finding that Beastmaster once again.
Pretty much the perfect game from Ice. 0 deaths involved in a lot of kills, going for the correct targets in a team fights. Dark Willow not allowing her to use her spells, and going back to her skill build. 1 point in Shadow Realm, as we discussed, the more value you get from maxing out the Curse Crown, reducing the cooldown on it, possibly using another set of it, going into Shard. We'll still need to wait for that 20-minute mark, but once you get it, it's super annoying.
So yeah, EG in this position now, you mentioned it, with very few objectives that they can very easily go and take, because they've taken them already. The next real goal should be around that Roshan, and probably looking for a team fight to get into the pit. But I feel like Beast Coast are PA, they've got Bloodseeker getting into his own one, which is, what, about 1,400 gold away.
Yeah, they want Roche, but I also want to be tall, blonde, and handsome, Gary, which is not happening. I just got to be more realistic.
Well, you're two of those things. You're tall and handsome.
I'm really not tall, but okay.
Ice. Curse Crown not going to come in time, and Schofield dead as the initiation from EG blows up the both supports. A roar from Whisper. K1 thinking about popping himself into that fight, but the entirety of EG is all here. It's a 3v5. Chris Luck comes in. He wants crit. Takes down the Lina. TA. That's one kill and a TP home. See ya. I'm out of here.
Cannot stop it. They don't have ET ulti, nothing to stop the TP with. K1 dropping fairly low, going into BKB. After finishing the Maelstrom, this is going to be his defensive tool.
He's still farming. K1 greedily hitting creeps. slowed down by the reflection. Ice with a spear, and K1. He stuck around for far too long.
Extremely greedy. Like, where could they possibly be? You know, do they want to farm a left part of the map, or do they want to farm A? Maybe just potentially send a TB illusion. Here we go again.
Straight onto Stinger. Nature's Grasp slows down Ice, but he has that displacement tool, repositioning the Treant back into the rest of his team. And Stinger, he finds a tiny hidey hole there, but he can't get away from the grasps of EG. Arteezy with yet another pick-off, while Whisper trying to just keep a little bit of pressure.
Plan. Seems like that's just what they've been doing the last couple of fights. TA goes on Lina, pops a BKB, and here we go again. I've seen this movie a couple of times already.
They're trying on Crit. Great arena, though. Still with a Bedlam. Out comes the damage from Mareska's little friend. And Chris Luck with a BKB, and oh, he doesn't have a TP scroll. He's going to meld and hide. Can't escape.
Do they have any
evil geniuses?
Spear?
Spear is there.
He
and
gets
they see
it.
The Templar Assassin. Ice.
Ice with the
map
Vac.
hacks.
Vac, how does he know?
He just knows exactly. Luck has to be wary, though, of his positioning. Ice has been so good with his blink forward, spear back. Especially with the rest of EG ready and waiting around this tier 2 mid lane.
The Psyblades with level 10 talent and a Dragon Lance is insane. He actually got hit by the Ice.
There we go. They jump on in. Arena there to try and save up the Viper. The rupture, the damage, they blow through Arbet. Beast Coast, the timing, they've hit it. The team fight comes in thick and fast. The fear as well. Ice and the ET caught up in it. But the Laguna Blade turn from Crit. And the Skadi slow, pummeling into the TA. Turnaround from EG. That's where their net worth lead lies.
Good Thunder
back
save
onto
once again.
Ice again, and a triple for Crit.
Arteezy not really afraid to use Sunders to save his teammates. We saw the other day when he popped it and used Satanic right after. Oh, Trap. I don't think he's going to die to it. Do they have any kind of a heal? They don't. No.
Any more traps? Oh.
Aegis will run out in 3 minutes, so he will keep it. TP's back to base. He is the king of the game. Like, Arteezy sitting...
Get into a team fight, burst someone, get that early advantage, and then snowball out with the Bloodseeker. But K1,
One more
scouted
time.
out. His BKB's there with a rupture onto Ice. Chris Luck, Sideblade splashing. The rest of the team starting to arrive here for BC, and Arteezy, he's got Sunder ready in 1 second, also has the Aegis, like you were mentioning, so first life still being held for a sec. Curse Crown and Bramble's going to come through. He's stunned up his team. And bottom lane, they've got a Laguna Blade. Crit finds Whisper. He needs the Roar. He's starting to fight the Lina, but he's got to get out of there. Blink ready. No mana for TP, though.
Arteezy actually griefing. He goes in, stuns Viper, who's trying with Aghanim Scepter, but they might prioritize, give it to Viper, which causes poison attack to lower armor by 1 per stack, and it also is better for sieging.
Ice in again. Gets the Arena Spear down, and a great splitter onto Treant. Blowing through Stinger as Chris Luck having to TP again. BKB up, and out he goes back to Fountain, while Crit hounding K1 and forcing him out of there as Schofield is chased by the Viper. The 2 supports from Beast Coast very likely going to meet their end. Demise is inevitable for Schofield.
It's just not enough damage. We've seen the combo, Rupture plus a Terrorize. TB a bit too tanky, sitting at 3,000 HP right now.
Well, this time, man don't miss. Whisper with a BKB though, forces Ice to recon.
But Tinker Ward, this is where Beastmaster's constantly hiding.
Oh, he saw him, I think, for a second. He's pinging him. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Tries the spear, good attempt from Ice. But unfortunately off the mark. And then TPing back out. Rejoin his squad. Top outpost is EG's, while Beast Coast, oh, they're under Radiant Vision. And that means Ice with a spear launching in towards Mareska. Chain stunned up and a godlike streak still unkilled. 9-0-8.
Ice just having a blast in this game. Reminds me of the game yesterday with a Timbersaw where he managed to die only.
Here, Ice
They're doing it.
He's got your number, forces the BKB out, but you're right, they've taken down the tier 3 in the barracks. Whisper, Chris Luck, and the Treant there, destroying buildings while Arteezy grabs the Aegis. It's all smoke and mirrors.
It's a good move from Beast Coast. They got something out of it. They understand we cannot fight inside the Roche pit. It's a bit too strong against ET, against the Terrorblade, who picked up the shard. It was actually Lina. I like that, because she has a Aghanim Scepter plus a shard, and yeah, spell amplification, level 20 on top of it. So her shard allows you to have AoE Laguna Blade. You can ground target it on top of it.
And that goes into Willow's Shadow Realm, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
So now that Shadow Realm no longer as great a save as it once was. And Arteezy, emboldened by his Aegis and this Metamorphosis, straight up behind that tier 3 tower. Living armor with a glyph, though, extends the duration at which TB has to stay up here.
A bit low on mana.
He minds too much, and with a great arena spear catching Chris Luck, in comes the Scardy damage, and that TB raining hellfire upon the Beast Coast side. Good Laguna played as well, but Chris Luck refraction tries to meld and hide away. Turn around from Beast Coast with a roar, but Whispers obliterated. They're bleeding out. One by one, they filter in and all fall flat, dying. As EG turning this great laning stage, an early advantage into a middle lane of barracks, and probably the game.
This is all it took, and why EG was not too worried about all that split push. Yeah, you might lose one set of barracks, but they know we group in, we take a fight. Arteezy is just unkillable at the moment. Has that Aegis, will respawn with mana, right now sitting at 200 mana, so he can spam his spells.
And he's the only one showing. The way for Beast Coast here to win a team fight is to get to the back and find the squishy support. Arteezy sunders K1. Yeah, back to Fountain you go. Can't deal with me, I'm a big bad TB. 2 lanes of barracks for Evil Geniuses, and top lane is also pushing in pretty hard.
He just doesn't care, going through Nature's Grass, another arena.
Straight onto Treant, yet again, supports are easy pickings. EG have a beyond godlike Mars.
They can easily just go to the top lane. Aegis available on TB plus Elven Tunic, so he even has some evasion on top of it.
He basically wants to die at this point. Give me some mana back, please. I want a second life. This team fight execution from EG has been really sublime.
Pop Satanic, kills 2 boars, back to full HP, Sunder available. You need to be very careful, there's not enough lockdown.
There's the roar. They're trying to get in and focus down this Lina. Fly with the Earth Splitter coming back towards the No, and K1 in trouble. Has to bail away. BKB's done, and Dark Willow following the Treant into the grave. Chris Luck really struggling to find any form of impact, and GG is called. In comes ISO. He wants more kills. Stat padding time for the Mars. Go on, give it to him. The Madman wants more. He's tasted blood in the water, but Chris Luck will survive towards the very end of the game. But a beautiful performance from EG from start to finish.
It was a 10th pick Terrorblade. They knew they had nothing, no real spell